Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are a WWE fan, you love pro wrestling, this is the channel for you. Subscribe to this channel, hit like on this video. For more WWE content, we talk about Raw, SmackDown, the PLEs, and then what we're going to do on this video is the emails. I love the email videos. You send in your emails, I answer them I read them out here. I read them for the first time as I'm recording this, so I don't read them beforehand. I want you to see my true, authentic, first reaction to these emails as I'm reading them, and I think it's more fun that way. So yes, let's get into these emails. I finally came through with the email video. I'm sorry. I know I promised it last week at some point, but it's been hectic. The last weekend was hectic. All of that doesn't matter right now. What matters is we get into these email videos, so let's do this thing. We got a few emails, not a lot, but that's okay. I want to get to the point where we get a bunch of emails. I would love it. I would love to get a bunch of emails so I can make multiple email videos a week. And I'm actually thinking about picking up the podcast again soon, where maybe I can do a whole episode dedicated to doing a whole bunch of emails. But in order for me to do that, I need to get a bunch of emails. So if you have emails you would like to send in, your thoughts, your opinions, your critiques, things you disagree with me on, whatever it may be, send them in, wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. I will make a video. We will talk about it here. My good friends here have sent in emails, and we're going to get to these emails. So let's go. If you're new here, what I usually do is I look at my phone for these emails because my laptop is on the other side of the room, and I think it's just easier functionality-wise, me just looking at my phone instead of having a laptop here. Maybe if I had a table, but I don't. So I'm going to look at my phone here. First email we have is from Jason Proctor. My guy. This guy's the man. He's been rocking here since day one, honestly. Jason, you're the man. I appreciate you sending in the email. Let's see what you said here. Hey, Travis, checking in as always. What do we think about a potential move for either Cody or Roman to Raw for Netflix? Should they take Roman and give him a run with the World Heavyweight Championship, or should they swap the title and have Cody on Raw with the WWE Championship? Damn, this is a good one. So I feel like this is a pretty well talked about topic. I think it's a question that a lot of people have. I've seen reports too that Netflix has requested that both Cody and Roman will be on Raw for the Netflix. Going forward, I find that to be that's going to be. If you do that, who do we have on SmackDown? Because SmackDown is also going to want a star or two to be on their show for their ratings and all that kind of stuff. So how do you find the balance? Good thing is that with WWE is that they have mega stars right now. They have multiple big-time stars, whereas before in the past, it was so if you watched in the 2010s, it was John Cena and Randy Orton. That was pretty much their guys. That was the big names. But now in WWE, you got a lot of big names. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. Jey Uso is becoming that household, big-time name. You got CM Punk in here. Drew McIntyre could be one. They have a lot of ways to go. I do think Roman should have a chance and go for the World Heavyweight Championship. I like the WWE title on SmackDown. Getting both Roman and Cody on Netflix is going to require some things to happen. I think what we're going to have to do is another draft. Now, if you remember, Roman Reigns is technically still kind of like a free agent. He hasn't... Remember the past draft after WrestleMania where Heyman showed up on SmackDown and he announced that Roman has taken himself out of the draft. So Roman never got drafted anywhere. So Roman technically right now could go on both shows. And maybe they keep it that way. Maybe they keep it that way so that Roman could be on both shows, Raw and SmackDown. Now, he doesn't have to wrestle both shows every single week. He doesn't even do that now. But maybe he can appear on both shows. We could do something like that maybe. And then also next year, we got to remember too, it's the John Cena Farewell Tour. So I'm assuming Cena will be on both shows. I don't think he's going to stick on one because I think he's going to have matchups both on Raw and SmackDown. So for the short term, Cena will be on both. So that's a huge star. But for Roman, it's either he'll be on both or I think they'll do a draft where he'll end up on Raw. That's just my just initial quick thought. as far as putting Cody and Roman on the same show, I don't know. Or at least putting them both on Raw. I know they're on the same show now on SmackDown, technically, but having them both move over to Raw, it's going to require a draft or a trade. And if they do a trade, SmackDown's got to get something back in return. That's a big-time name. I'm all for putting Seth Rollins on SmackDown. I've been saying that for a while now. Seth's been on Raw for so long, and I know he'd probably be bummed out if he's missing out on being Raw now when it's on Netflix, but I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to want to be on Netflix. I'm just saying. Or, alternatively, and I'm not crazy about this idea, but WWE can just do away with the draft in general and have everybody on both shows, Raw and SmackDown. That way, everybody has a chance to show up on Netflix, and everybody else has a chance to show up on USA for SmackDown. I'm not crazy about that idea. I've always loved the draft and dividing the rosters. My issue becomes sticking to it. Let's keep the people who are on Raw, the same for SmackDown. Let's not have people jumping back and forth like they've been doing, especially in the past couple of weeks. It's like there's no rules and everybody can just show up whenever they want. So, yeah, very cool. Thank you for that email. I hope I answered everything that you asked there. Swap the titles. I don't know. I don't know if they'll swap the titles, although Raw is like the top show. Technically, it has been for the longest time. That should be the show where the WWE title is on. So maybe they swap it. When they do the draft, maybe Cody, as WWE champion, if he is that at the time, gets drafted to Raw, and then Roman also gets drafted to Raw. Maybe that's the way they do it. We could do it that way, maybe. But yeah, Jason, I appreciate that email. You got me thinking on that one. That was good. Let's check out another one here. We got Tash did. I hope I always say your name correctly. You've emailed a bunch of times. It's Tosh did or Tosh. I don't know if you're okay with people calling you Tosh. I can call you Tosh or Tash. Okay. Your email, my friend. Hi, Travis. I hope you are well. I'm doing okay. A little stressed. It's the end of the year. We got holidays coming up. I've had some car problems recently. School is still happening for me. That ends in December. So when school's done, it is game on with this channel. I'm telling you, there's going to be some things we're going to be doing differently here on Wicked Bitter. We'll keep these. I love the email videos. We'll probably keep doing the reviews and reactions to Raw and SmackDown and the PLDs, all that kind of stuff. Everything that we've been doing, we're probably going to stay doing those, but I'm just going to add more stuff in to the channel here to talk to you guys and be with you more often than I already am. So, but yeah, I am doing okay. I hope you are doing well, my friend. I wanted to get your thoughts on Raw going to Europe during Mania season. I personally think this is great for the WWE as a whole. I also wanted to talk about WrestleMania in Vegas would look like. I've seen reports on Rhea and Liv story being pushed to WrestleMania 41. What do you think? And lastly, I want to know how you would book John Cena's farewell tour till Mania. Oh, it's a loaded question, my friend. Okay. Thank you, and stay bitter. All right. Yeah, this is... First of all, I love the European tour. I think that's great. I love... And I actually think that they're doing a lot more time off for the... the wrestlers. I think they're giving them a bunch of time off during Thanksgiving and for Christmas or, the holidays, because... they've been doing it the past couple of weeks. They've been taping shows after Raw or before Raw, whatever. So I think this past Raw was taped, both Raw and then a second Raw, but it was taped afterwards where it can air next week. I think it's either they're gonna give people the week off next week, or they're gonna use the taped version and air it around Thanksgiving. Whatever it's going to be, but I think that's their strategy going into things now. But I do love the European tour. I think that's very cool. WWE is such a global, worldwide. I mean, they're just a juggernaut, and it's just smart marketing, and they're going to sell everywhere. Everybody wants to see them, no matter what city, state, country, wherever they're at. They're going to do well wherever they go. So love that. As far as the Liv and Rhea thing getting pushed until WrestleMania 41, look, if they do that, that's still another what? Where are we? We're in November, so that's December, January, February, March, April. That's another 5 months of this Liv and Rhea. I hope not. I hope they don't. And if you've seen any spoilers, I think Rhea might be back sooner than we all thought she was going to be back. So it's not like they can push it. It's not like she can return at the Rumble and then continue it on that way. But I don't know. I'm not I've been saying it for a while, right? I love Rhea Ripley. I think we all do. We're all big fans of Rhea Ripley. At least most of us are. I definitely am. I also do like Liv, too. I think she's been doing great work as heel champion. And I remember when Liv first won the title, everybody was apprehensive, not happy about it. And I was saying, just give it time, let her really develop this character. She has. She's been a great heel champion, and she gets on my damn nerves when she does that little laugh she does, but it's perfect. It's just, it works for her. She's clearly doing a great job. I would like to see Liv stay champion. I've been saying that for a while. I love Rhea, but we've said before, we've kind of backed Rhea into a corner now where there's not many people who are on her level or believable to beat her. There's like a handful, if that. And Liv, I want to see a run with Liv where she has feuds with other people other than just Rhea Ripley. Like, let me see her Liv versus other people like Bianca Belair or Io Sky or something. Let me see something here other than just Rhea and Liv, because right now they're like synonymous with one another, and it's fine, but I think there's more Liv can offer, and I want to see her feud with other people. With Rhea, we kind of see her already destroy the women's roster, so I'm cool with Rhea moving on and doing something else, whatever that may be. Don't know yet, but I hope they don't stretch it to WrestleMania 31 or 41. I really don't. If they do, they're gonna have to come up with something more interesting, because right now the Rhea and Liv thing is already, at this point, in my opinion, losing a lot of steam. Now let's get to the other part of your question here. John Cena's farewell tour until WrestleMania. So if Cena's coming back around January, which I think he is, I think that's what the plan is. I'm sure he'll be there for that first episode of Netflix. So let's just say January, that first episode, January 6th, 4th, whatever one of those days is, that it'll be on Netflix. We only have a few months after that until WrestleMania. Now, interesting way we can go about this. I don't know if Cena goes for a title at WrestleMania, because, I mean, he could. Honestly, you could have Cena win the Rumble. And if Cena won the Rumble, you could maybe do Cena versus Gunther at WrestleMania. And then he could beat Gunther. But I don't know. If he beats Gunther for the title, Cena, I feel like, has to lose it right back to him a month or two, whatever it might be later on, just so that we can have the record be broken for Cena. I want to see Cena break the record. I really do. And I was somebody who was not a fan of his growing up. When he was the Thugonomics, I loved it. But once he turned into the PG Cena, the one we all know today, I just wasn't crazy about it. But then I grew fond of him later on towards the end of his run, where he stopped being shoved down our throats every single week. And when he went away and came back, I became a little more appreciative of him. So I do want to see him break the record. I think he deserves it. He's done so much for WWE, and he still does. He definitely deserves it, I feel like. I just don't know when that will be and who it'll be against. I don't know if it'll be he takes Cody's title from him. I don't know if he beats Randy for the title. I don't know how that part's going to happen. I do want to see Cena win the title, and I don't know if it's going to happen at Mania. If we're going to book this thing, I would do Gunther versus Cena at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if I would have Cena win the Rumble. I know I mentioned it. I think that'd be cool. His last Rumble. Just let Cena have it. It's the last Rumble. For me, I'm saying have Cena win the Rumble. Have him challenge Gunther. That way at WrestleMania, you could still have Rock versus Cody or Rock versus Roman or whoever's the WWE champion at the time to go. Or you can just completely switch it up and have or Cena versus Cody for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, and then you could do Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania for no title. That'd be a way to go. The good thing is WWE has a bunch of options right now. I love it. Thank you for that email. That's great. I would love to do more of a deep dive into the whole Cena farewell tour. And maybe in another video or something, because there is a lot to unpack there. There's a lot of options, a lot of different, and it's like a butterfly effect. You do one thing and it's going to affect other storylines for other people. So it's very complicated, and I love it. It's perfect. We're all going to be so invested in all this. But Tosh, thank you for this email. I always love hearing from you. All right, we got one more email. Let's do one more here. This one's from Billy, another one of my guys here. OG Wicked Bitter friend here. Billy says, with WWE going to 2 nights at SummerSlam in 2025, What are your thoughts on having The Rock win at Royal Rumble to face Cody at WrestleMania 41 and winning the title, then having him do the match we've all waited for, Rock vs. Roman, to headline SummerSlam Night 2, to give that event the push creative has tried for years to do with SummerSlam? Or do they stick with Rock vs. Roman at WrestleMania? The question has been asked a million times, but again, them wanting to make SummerSlam as big as WrestleMania, this would arguably be the way to do that, wouldn't it? Yes, it definitely would be the way to do it. I don't know though. I feel like Rock vs. Roman has to happen at WrestleMania. And before Roman lost his title to Cody, when he had that 4-year title reign, I was like, it absolutely has to be Rock vs. Roman at the biggest show of the year for the biggest title in the company, having the longest title reign right here from Roman Reigns. Like, all of that matched up perfectly. I think Cody obviously threw a wrench in the plans last year with the crowd support and everything. I still think they want to get their Rock vs. Roman on. I think WWE just has it out for it. That is obviously a marquee, like huge, probably one of the biggest WrestleMania matches in the history of the industry. So I think that's going to happen. I don't know if it'll happen at SummerSlam, but I do like your idea and your thought of it. It is a good idea to do that because it would make SummerSlam like appear to be on the same level as WrestleMania. But again, I don't know if you really want to make it like another WrestleMania, because WrestleMania I feel like should stand on its own. You know, it's like having multiple Super Bowls. You don't. The first one loses its feel. I want WrestleMania to still feel like WrestleMania, and everything else is a step below. So by giving us that at SummerSlam, I feel like you're kind of saying this match was not big enough for WrestleMania, but it's big enough for SummerSlam, and I feel like that kind of diminishes the star power and the pageantry of WrestleMania as a whole. I don't hate the idea. I rather, for my money, to see Rock vs. Roman at WrestleMania. So I think that's what they're going to do. We had Rock winning Royal Rumble. Oh, not the Royal Rumble. Just have him win at Royal Rumble. Yeah. I think I had made a prediction before where I said Rock would beat Cody Rhodes at Royal Rumble for the championship, and then had Roman win the Rumble to face Rock at Mania. I still think about that sometimes, but with the whole Cena thing being thrown in there, I'm starting to think differently now. I don't know. I still think, and I think I'd rather see Rock vs. Roman instead of Rock vs. Roman vs. Cody. Like, give me Rock and Roman. Like, I was okay with that match last year. I really was. I wasn't okay with them taking it away from Cody. Like, I wanted to... Everybody wants to see Rock versus Roman. I just think the way they handled Cody last year was like a slap in the face to not only him, but his fan base. And I think a lot of people thought that Cody didn't deserve that. That was, you know, he won the Rumble. He should face Roman. The plan should have just changed there. You know, you shouldn't just have him hand it over to The Rock. The way they went about it, I remember I kept saying that last year when I made those videos. It's just the way they went about it is what I think made a lot of fans angry. So I think we get Rock versus Roman. We could do Rock beats Cody for the title. Rock heads into WrestleMania as champ, and you have Rock versus Roman for the title. Roman beats Rock for the title. That would be cool. I'd be on board with that as well. So, I don't know. It's like that first question. There's many options and routes they can go here, and I think if they don't choose one route, a second route or the third route is still going to be as good, if not better, than the first. So it's a good problem to have right now if you're WWE, for sure. But Billy, I appreciate the email, man. I love them. All right, my friends, that's all for now. Love those emails. Please keep them coming. Don't wait for me to prompt it. Just send them in whenever you would like. I honestly really do love answering them. I love making these videos, talking about them. So please, whenever you want to send an email, no matter what day of the week, time of day, whatever. It could be midnight on a Sunday night. Don't matter. Just if you want to send one, send one. It's wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. Send them. I will read them on the next video and make them for you guys. But all right, have a good rest of your weekend, my friends. Or weekend. Oh my God, we're not even at the weekend yet. Have a good rest of your week, my friends. We will be back with more videos here. We're, of course, going to review SmackDown. That will be coming out on Saturday. But until we meet again, my friends, thank you for the emails. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you in the next video. As always, stay bitter.